Right, it's Mick Lynch here, General Secretary. We've just been down at a rally to oppose the new anti-trade union laws, which are targeted against rail workers and the RMT in particular. Now, I'm calling on all London Transport, London Underground workers to make sure we take the action that's coming up on November the 10th in defence of your final salary pension scheme, and also in defence of our jobs on the system, and to stop the company imposing deteriorated terms and conditions on our people. It's essential that we show maximum unity at this time. We all know that across the railway, whether it's on the main line, train operating companies or Network Rail, or here on London Underground, we are facing attacks. We've got to unite our defence and make sure that we're ready to defend our industry, defend our union, and defend your jobs and your pension. So make sure you take that action on November the 10th, everybody united, and then we've got to be ready. The ballot papers are coming out in the reballot. We need your mandate so that we can consider and take forward our mandate to discuss with the companies and London Underground in particular how we're going to resolve this dispute. If we haven't got that mandate, we haven't got a negotiating position. So everybody in it together, make sure that you take the action and make sure you vote yes in the reballot.
You've just heard from our General Secretary why it's so important that we take strike action on the 10th of November and get the reballot in that will be coming out from the 8th of November. The strike action that we've already taken has pushed London Underground back. Their pension attacks were scheduled to come in after the March report earlier this year. That's all been pushed back to now, and we're going to keep fighting now. The cuts have also been slowed up because of the strike action that we've been taking, and it's absolutely critical that we keep that up and keep fighting for our jobs, pensions and agreements. But the threat is absolutely real and stays real. You'll have seen the recent report from London Underground TfL on our pension. They've identified three options. Option one is to move to a career average scheme, such as the local government pension scheme. Option two is to reform our current scheme to try and save 100 million quid. And option three is no change. Well, look, they must think we're idiots. They've just appointed a director of pension change. They've said in their document that they're in favour of a career average scheme instead of the scheme that we're with at the present time. The only way that we're going to make the no option change a real option is if we continue to fight and we make sure that that's the only option that they're able to get away with. We're also facing at this time an intensification of the cuts programme from London Underground. You know that 600 job cuts are being made. They've just imposed the first rosters for those job cuts on two of our station areas, and more are to follow. But now we know that they're going to be coming to us in the next few weeks with proposals for a fit for the future type reorganisation on trains, and for a reorganisation and organisational change across many of our engineering functions. These are things that we absolutely have to oppose. The fact of the matter is, as we're always told when we go on strike, London Underground generates £100 million a day for the London economy. That's £18.5 billion a year that we're creating for London. The subsidy that we would need, that we used to get, up until Boris Johnson was the Mayor of London, we got a £1 billion equivalent subsidy every year. If that came back, there would be no need for cuts. There would be no financial crisis whatsoever. We're demanding that that subsidy is reinstated. We're not going to give up our jobs, our pensions and our conditions to allow for tax cuts for the super rich, and the bonuses can keep getting paid out in the City of London. Support your union, support your fellow workers. Take strike action on the 10th of November and make sure you get your ballot paper back as soon as you receive it after the 8th of November.